What's up, friends? Dustin here on the Life of Lynn channel, and we are working on the cheap $500 work truck today that already has the $29 paint job. If you guys haven't seen those videos, you can check out where I picked up this sweet 1993 Chevy Cheyenne for only $500, and then we gave it a $29 paint job, and it is, for a work truck, it looks okay. We'll leave it at that. Here's the issue, guys. It's really starting to run like a big old pile of broken truck, and it's causing some issues. I'm starting to get some misfires, and I can hear spark jumping and stuff underneath the hood there. Sounds like I might have some bad spark plug wire, or maybe the ceramics cracked around the plugs or something like that. Don't really know, so I'm gonna dig into it and kind of see. I already got the air cleaner off here, got the hood open. Let's get some lights on. All right, let's take a look down inside the engine here. Yeah, this is a pretty clean little motor. It doesn't leak, doesn't burn any oil. Overall, it runs pretty good, but I think we're having some old electrical issues here. Some of the little spark boxes down here aren't shooting the lightning rods in like they're supposed to, and it looks like somebody's been down this path before, because this is like an old plug wire, and here's like a new one, and then another new one. That's not a good sign. All right, I just loosened all the bolts and stuff on the cap here. Let's take that off and kind of see what that looks like. Oh, that doesn't look very good already. Green's a bad color. That's corrosion, and there's all kinds of junk all over those. We're gonna need plug wires, cap and rotor. Yeah, look at the rotor. It looks like garbage too. So clearly, I think that's our problem, why we have misfires and it's running like junk. So I'm gonna run to the parts store. And we're back from the parts store. All right, picked me up some stuff from my boys over at O'Reilly's. We got the cheapest spark plug wires they had, the Omni Sparks. I went ahead and went with some nice plugs, some AC Delcos, original factory type stuff. New rotor, new cap. Looks like pretty high quality stuff. Oh, it's even made in the USA. Now, you kind of want to do this so you don't mix up all your wires and get it all screwed up, and then you start firing on the wrong cylinder at the wrong time, and blah, 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 blah. It's a big mess. Do one plug and one wire at a time, and then hook it up to the cap in the same position that the old one was in on the new cap. And then when we're all done, we should just be able to put the cap on and fire it up. So let's do it. All right, guys, plugs and wires in, new cap and rotor, old plugs. It's mixed results, really. I can tell I had a misfire because some of them are really fuely. This one smells like straight gasoline. One of them was, this one was oddly lean, which I don't know why. This is not a tuned port injection vehicle. This only has throttle body injection, so it's almost like a carburetor. I don't know why I'd have one cylinder that's lean unless I got a vacuum leak right above the cylinder, but that doesn't make sense either. I don't know. I do know that I broke one of my new plugs, the very first one I was trying to put in. Yeah. I was doing the old one-hand tighten while I was trying to hold myself up on top of the engine thing, and put a little too much sideways pressure. Broke it right off. So that thing's done. Oh, wires are mismatched. Have electrical tape on them. So obviously somebody knew that there was a problem, and electrical tape was probably a temporary fix for some of it, but you can't fix all the corrosion in that thing. I think we're ready to fire this thing up. Huh. It doesn't run now. That's neat. Really bizarre that's not starting now. Oh man. Alright, what did I lean on? What did I break? Well, I don't know what happened, guys. It's one of those things you're like super careful about, and it's a pretty simple job. And it should be all set up exactly how it's supposed to. But there's no sign of life whatsoever. Well, guys, I'm not sure what happened. Did some tests on the old electrical here. Messing around a little bit. Double checking the wires, double checked the cap and rotor. All that looked good. Checked to make sure that I had voltage going to our coil, which I do. Checked for current and resistance through the wires that come from the distributor to the coil, and those are good, no resistance. So the problem's either the distributor itself, which something might have happened inside of, or the coil itself, which I don't know why either one of those would have gone bad suddenly when I did the spark plug wires, but here we are. When I apply voltage to the coil, I don't get any sparky from the old lightning maker here. So I'm thinking the coil broke magically while I was doing plugs and wires, which I guess can happen. I was probably leaning on it and stuff. But anyway, I guess I ran back over to the old auto parts store there. Luckily they've had everything in stock, and this thing's old enough where it's pretty dang cheap, really. This was like 24 bucks or something. I'm gonna slam that in there real quick, and then we're gonna try to fire it up again, see what happens. All right, guys, zipped on a new coil there. If that doesn't do it, then I somehow broke the pickups inside the distributor, and we'll have to replace the whole thing. Let's see if we can breathe a little fire into her. I didn't plan on breaking my truck this much today. Little tune-up has definitely gone wrong. So much for a $500 truck. We're up to almost a $600 truck now. Alright, back to the drawing board. I promise you, I'm normally not this bad at diagnosing problems. And since this was just a simple tune-up with some plugs and wires, this shouldn't have happened. But it did. Tough day, guys. Really needed to get some stuff done, but here I am doing more than just a tune-up on the truck. Hell, the whole ignition system is going to be brand new on this thing. Guess that's a good thing. Better run really good after this. It's got a lot of paying off to do to me. Let's throw this thing in, guys. Okay, so new distributor in, cap is snapped on it, it is plugged in, we have power. Let's try to start this thing. Now I haven't tightened the distributor down all the way because I'm now going to have to reset the timing, and I don't have a timing light because I'm used to new stuff where you don't have to do that. So we're going to play it by ear, and I guess tune it by ear. Fire's right up now. Wow. Well, it sounds okay. I don't know how close I have the timing though. We won't really know until we get it under load. It sounds like the motor's running a bit fast. All right, guys, I'm not hating the timing where it's at for just eyeballing it and playing it by ear. Doesn't seem to be backfiring or hesitating. Seems to be pretty good. So I think I'm gonna put it all back together, tighten it down, and then we're gonna go for a highway run and really beat on it and just make sure that it feels like it should. And we can adjust it a little bit from there. Okay, guys, got everything dialed back in, put back together, went ahead and set the timing, got the distributor tightened down, just buttoned everything up. Let's see how she fires up now. Oh, man, it has never sounded better than that. I want to make sure it's not going to spark knock or anything on us when it's under load. Holy crap. Wow. All right, so far so good. Oh, it's shifting through the gears faster. This is crazy. Turns out she's not a big old pile of cruddy truck at all. A little Reman 4.3. I think we gained like 50 horsepower today. This is nuts. It's definitely a $600 truck now. Wow, that is just amazing. Alright guys, I know you all want to know the question here. It runs good now, but can it do a burnout? Let's find out. That answers that question. Cheap work truck is now up and running good. Cost us a few more dollars than what I was hoping it was going to, but she rips now. That old girl still has some life in her, even with 200,000 miles on her, and an old worn out 4.3 liter V6. That truck is good to go again. We ought to be able to get another 100,000 miles out of it after that tune-up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and working on the truck. God bless you. We'll see you next time.